Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins and it's Thursday night, which means it's One Sheet Wonder Night. Tonight we are going to be creating 3 cards. Each is a gift card holder, so it is a card and a gift card holder all in one. So it is a card and your gift all in one beautiful package. So we are going to be using the Wildflower Birthday Specialty Designer Series paper. Now this pack is part of my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit for this month. If you would like to know more about my card club or subscribe, there's a link under the video that says show or more. You'll see, click on that more. And then there's a link to the blog post that talks about this month's card club kit and how to subscribe. So let's change the camera and get started. All right, so club members do not need to purchase the birthday celebration bundle, but if they want their sentiments on the cards to be identical to mine, they're going to want to purchase the bundle. And I am using the dies and some of the stamps tonight. So if they want to recreate my One Sheet Wonders, they are going to want to purchase the bundle. Now, club members do get the download project sheet and the measurements for all the One Sheet Wonders on Thursday nights that feature my paper in that month's club kit. So that's just a perk for being in my card club. This is the gorgeous, did I say gorgeous, Designer Series paper this month that the club members get. They get the full 12 by 12 pack. So it's not a 6 by 6 and it's not a 6 by 12. They get the full 12 by 12 pack. This is a specialty because it has that gold foiling running through the prints, and then this 2 pages of these gorgeous die cuts. I love it when a paper has die cuts that coordinate with it, so you don't have to hand cut from the paper. It has gorgeous die cuts. So what I recommend when you get a pack of paper that has die cuts like this is that you punch out your dies, and then I put them in an empty clear stamp case so that they don't get lost, they don't get bent, they don't get misplaced. So yeah, this is my second pack. I have been really loving this paper. And you know there's going to be a One Sheet Wonder coming with this print right here because it's super easy to do because it already has where to cut it up listed on there for you. Now tonight, if you missed last week's One Sheet Wonder, I used this gorgeous paper. Gorgeous cards. This is the print that we're using tonight. Let me get this out of the way. And like I said, we're going to be doing 3 card/gift card holders. And you can make them birthday, you can make them wedding, whatever you have an occasion coming up for. I haven't decided, but I think mine are going to be all birthday. So we're going to cut this into strips that are 4 inches by 12. So 4 inches by 12. Then we're going to take, I'm going to make sure that this is 4 by 12. Yes, that looks good. We're going to take 2 of those strips and we're going to cut them down to 9 1/4. 9 1/4. No, 10 1/2. I thought that didn't look right. 10 1/2. Ooh, good thing I double checked. Okay, so they're going to be 4 by 10 1/2. You're going to keep these because these are going to be your pockets for your gift card. The first one we are going to score at 1 1/2. Get all this stuff out of my way so I got a nice flat surface here. 1 1/2. No, I'm looking at the wrong. We're going to score it at 5 1/4. I'll get there. 5 1/4 and at 9 1/4. That's where that 9 1/4 came. So your piece is 4 by 10 1/2. We scored it at 5 1/4 and at 9 1/4. All right, that's for the first one. The second one, again, it's 4 by 10 1/2. We're going to score it at 5 1/4 and at 9 1/4. So same as the first one, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. That's going to be the second one. And then the final strip, which is 4 by 12, We're going to score at 3/4 of an inch. I like to do it from the side here. And then I'll flip that around. And then we're going to score it at 6 inches. And then at 11 1/4. Well, I want 3/4 of an inch. So it's just, this must be a little bit longer than 12. Let me see. That will make a difference. No, looks good. Okay, I want this side at 3/4 of an inch too. So 3/4 of an inch from both sides. I want to see if that should be folded in half, up and then up. That seems so small. We're gonna start with 3 just to see if I did something wrong here. Oh, it comes out 5 1/2. So I want it to be, I want it to be 5 1/4, I believe, 5 1/4. So that means I want to score this 3, I only did a 1/2 inch. That's where we want 3/4 of an inch, not a 1/2. That's where I messed up. So 3/4 of an inch and 3/4 of an inch, and we should be good. So there you go. Both set 3/4 of an inch, 6 inches, 3/4 of an inch. All right, that's card number 3. So let's go back to 1. And we are going to have to decide which way I want. Let's fold it in half, which is at the 5 1/4. And then we have the little 1 1/2, what is it? 1 1/4, okay? So you've probably seen cards like this done before. This is a pocket card, but we're gonna make it into a gift card. So let me hit, I haven't made it, so we got lots of choices here for our background. This is the die cut I thought I would use. Isn't that gorgeous? So I didn't know if I wanted the flowers shown, or if we flip it this way, that's pretty too, and do it like this. I kind of like that. I kind of like it like that. So let's flip this around. So we're just going to score this, score this. Now I got to decide on my base. Since I got my cake there that I'm going to be using, and that's kind of a peach pie, I'm thinking I'm going to put it on a peach pie card base. I like that. All right, and then my pocket where my gift card is going to be, it's going to slide in here. Do I want to go peach pie, or do I want to brighten it up with the blueberry bushel, or do I want to go soft with, let's see, is this the right piece? Yep, that will work. Do I want to go soft with the soft seafoam? I think I'm going to go with the soft seafoam. All right, so first, what we're going to do, we're going to create a pocket here for the pull-out section for our gift card. So I can either do this side or this. I think I'm going to do the floral. So I'm going to set that aside. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my pocket. So I'm going to take my liquid glue, and I just want to run a little tiny bead up the side and up the side here. All right, and then we're going to close that up, and we just enclose that so we have a pocket. And then I'm going to secure my flap down too, like so. Then I can go ahead and put it on my card base, which is going to be the peach pie. like so. Now I'm going to create my pocket for the gift card. So I like that. I think I'm going to do it like that. So I need to put just my glue up the side and across the bottom and up the side. So I just have an enclosure. I can still put I gotta go up just a little higher. Put that on there, and I still have a little pocket because I didn't glue across the top. And this is going to be my only piece of waste, which if you wanted a pull-up tab, you could easily add that to the top for pulling out the gift card section here. Now let me see. I don't have a gift card per se, but I got this little power. So you still have room here to stamp your sentiment and put your gift card in there. Sign it. Put that on there. So go ahead and attach that. I'm going to take that out. Just like that. That will fit down inside your pocket here on the front. Remember to stamp your, still a little sticky going in. After a while it'll come in and out much easier. But you can, if you want this little piece here, you could even fold it over and put that. I would probably do it under the white. Maybe staple it and then put your white on after. So you could have a little pull tab for your inside sentiment with your gift card. All right. It's a little tight. Maybe I want to trim that down just a hair, but it's pretty nice. And then we're going to pop up our cake, or you could leave it flat. Choice is yours, whichever you prefer. Maybe I'll keep it flat. Put my cake on here, like so. Then I have a banner that I die cut using the Stylish Shapes dies. And I'm going to use the Happy Birthday from the Beautiful Butterfly stamp set, which is part of my customer appreciation for this month. So if you haven't heard about that, make sure that you check that out on my blog. There's a link to a blog post underneath the video. I'm going to try peach pie with this. Now, I generally like to use a little banner underneath mine just to make it pop a little bit, and I think I'm going to do that. These are kind of, I think these are scrap pieces. If not, we're going to make it a scrap piece. I'm going to cut just a 1/4 of an inch strip from that peach pie. Get my adhesive roll in here. Put that on there. This is what I'm going to pop up. And I'm going to just use some of these little end pieces from my dimensionals. Since that's not sticking up, I'm good to go across. We're going to put that down there like that. And then I'm just going to give these little, kind of snip them on the side like that. And then I'm going to come in with the candy dots. And I'm going to stick with the orange, the peach pie. I'm going to put a couple of them up here, I think, maybe. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll get a pretty die cut and put that up there. That would work. Okay, let's take this one off. We'll put that one there. We'll put some adhesive on the back of this die cut. And we'll put that, I'm going to put it over here. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? What a gorgeous card. It is a gift card and a gift card all in one. You got your pocket that slides out with your little room for your gift card. You still have room to stamp and write your sentiment there. And then that just will slide down in there. There we go. So really cute. All right, that was card number 1. Card number 2 is we're going to fold it the exact same way. And then we have the one, I think it's 1 1/4. We're going to fold on the side. So similar to the first one. Then I have a piece of basic white that we're going to put on the inside here. We're going to put this, seal that back. Now for my card base on this one, let's see, maybe I'll come in with the pink. I think I'm going to bring in the pink. So we're going to mat that to the pink. This is throwing me off here. That looks pretty good. We're going to put, oops, we're going to put this on the inside now. All right. We're going to take the balloon die cut that comes in your sheets, if I can pick it up, and we're going to stick that along the edge here. So I'm going to put that on with my liquid glue, just because of the little tail here. It'd be easier to liquid glue that than to try to put some dimensionals on that. But you can, I mean, it's doable. Cut your dimensionals very thin. We're going to put that on there. So cute. We're going to open this up. We're going to take our little piece that we cut off and we're going to put that over here for our gift card. We'll need to trim that down a little bit because of the crease here. I'll cut it off after. So again, you want to do your liquid glue a little down the side, across the bottom. Here's my score line. Get that. And then I'm going to put the flower side up. And I got to stay on the other side of that score line so that it still closes nicely. Yep, there we go. And then I'll just trim off the excess. So you have your little pocket right there for your gift card. You have room to write. And then on the front, we're going to use the banner, which is part of the bundle, birthday celebrations bundle. And I think we're going to stamp on this one, Happy Cake Day. And I think I might pull out all 3 of those colors. So let me see. I think I'll do happy in the blueberry bushel. We'll do cake in the peach pie. And then I'll do day in the pretty and pink. And you know what? There's this banner die. I should have done that first. Oh, it'll still work. I think that would be cute. Maybe I'll do that in the pretty and pink. I'm going to grab in my foam mat here. And then day. Hopefully that's clean. It looks blue, but we'll see. Happy Cake Day. Bring in all those colors. And then I have some die cuts. Let's see. We could. That's too big. I don't know if I like that. We could put that down here. Something like that. I feel like I need to pick up a little bit of a mat behind that. I think I'm going to do that. Do I want the blue or do I want pink? Maybe I should stick with pink since I went with pink card base and I got a pink balloon. So there isn't a bigger die, but we don't care. We don't need that. Okay, as long as I'm across the top and down the side, I can pretty much cut with my scissors. And get a pretty good mat. And then put that on there. It's pretty cute. So we're going to attach that. I'm not going to pop it up. I'm just going to attach it. Like so. And I think I'm going to add this flower image die cut. And kind of just put it on the side here. Like so. So there's that one. Just a little bit different way of doing that. Kind of like a pocket card. But you got your gift card on the side. Cute. And then the final one. All right, so this one again was 3 3/4, 6, 3 3/4. Fold it in half. And I don't know about this one. I think I'm going to fold it the other way. Just because of the die cut that I'm going to be using on the front. We're going to fold it up. And then flip that over and fold that to the inside. Like that. So this is on the front. And then this is the inside. Okay, so on the front, we're going to add it to a card base. This is the, isn't that gorgeous? The die cut I'm going to be using on the front. And then I have to decide if I'm going to be doing, no. I think I'm going to go with the blue. And then I have one that was done with the peach pie, one with the pretty and pink, and now with the blue. Then that way you can pick which you like best when you go to do yours. But I'm going to adhere that down. We're going to stick this to our card base, which is the blueberry bushel. So I'm going to attach those. And then we're going to put our flowers on. And this time I think I'm going to pop it up, give it some dimension. Now I got the One Sheet Wonder ideas for tonight from, oh, I cut myself, from my upline, France. And then I kind of just put a little bit of my own kind of spin on. But I think they turned out pretty nice. I mean, I'm not done yet, but I think they're all going to turn out pretty nice. You can't help but get a really pretty card with this paper and these die cuts. They're just beautiful. Get all these little papers off. Put this on my front, just like that. Now I could, for a sentiment, we could do this. I could do a smaller one. I think I'm not going to put, you know what I forgot to do on the last card? It just dawned on me. I forgot to put my bling on. Okay, so what colors? I could do a variety of color. I could do the pretty in pink, the peach pie. I don't want to pick up the pool party because I really haven't used pool party in any of the other elements on here. So I'm going to just go like that. Oh my goodness. How could I forget my bling? I could put bling on here too. On my little, do I want to do pink? Pink on pink? It's cute. But now I got 4 and I always got to have an odd number. So we will, maybe I'll do like this. Gotta have my bling. All right, back to this one. So I'm not going to put a sentiment on the front. That way I can use it for really any occasion I want. And I'm going to do all peach, I think, on this one. Like that. It's gorgeous. And now for the inside. We're going to, here's our pocket for our gift card. Now let me take that out of that last one. We want, it fits perfectly in there, but we want to make sure that it's tight. So we're going to do a little bit of liquid glue on each edge. And we don't have to stay tight to the side. We can go like 1/4 of an inch over, even a 3/4 of an inch. And create, that will tighten up that little pocket because it's pretty little, but it works. So I'm going to set that aside for now. Then my card inside, here's my white for writing on, which is going to fit. I should have put that on before I did my pocket. I wasn't thinking. But I'll just cut it down. No problem there. So we'll cut it down a bit. And then I just got to decide if I want peach. Ooh, I really like the peach. I think I'm going to go with the peach. And I am going to cut it down about, I'm going to take about 1/2 inch off. So I'm going to cut it down to 4 1/4. Always room for improvising, right? Never any mistakes. All right, that works. I like that. So that means I got to cut 1/2 inch off my white, which that should be perfect right there. So let's assemble that. And because I'm not going to put a sentiment on the front, I'm not going to put one on the inside yet because I could have this as a wedding card or a birthday card or Mother's Day card. So I'm going to attach that to the inside. center that kind of like so. And then you have those gorgeous die cuts that you could, you know, that looks pretty. Put on the inside as well to decorate that up. And then you still have your spot for your gift card, like so. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I had these put aside. I forgot I put them aside. But I like that one. It pulls that out. So many die cuts to work with. All right. Whew. I made it. Let me clear this up and then we'll put them all back out so you can see them once again. So this was card number 3. Has a pocket for gift card. Card number 2. It's horizontal and it has a pocket for a gift card. Okay. And then card number 1 has that pocket, which you can slip a gift card in as well. So those right there are your 3 one-sheet wonder cards for tonight using one 12 by 12 sheet of the Wildflower Birthday Specialty Designer Series paper. Again, this is part of my TheStampCamp at-home card club kit, that paper. So, and if you would like to know more about my club or subscribe and get the kit, there's a link under the video. It says show more. Click on that. If you need any of the supplies, I do appreciate any and all orders. And the list of supplies is also under the video. If you are new to my YouTube channel, make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Click on that bell in the upper right hand corner so you always know when I go live. That is it for tonight. Thanks for stopping by.